Okay, so my boy Goku has done it. He's finally done it. He has achieved mastered Ultra Instinct. And man, was that whole scene when you know Goku closes his eyes and he's still fighting, you know shit was going to get real. You know it was going to get real. Alright, hey everyone, Zornar Rocks is here, and man, the Dragon Ball Super episode 129 aired last night. I'm just now recording this, so I apologize. I got to it a little bit late, but I got some free time to record some stuff, so I decided to record a little recap review on the episode. So in this episode, Goku has finally achieved Master Ultra Instinct. For the majority of the episode, it's the same Ultra Instinct that we saw before, not fully mastered, not fully utilized. That part actually doesn't happen to the end of the episode. So spoilers in case you didn't see the episode, but you should have saw it by now. It's great. It's great. We only got like 3 episodes left, and then we're taking another break next week, so no episode next week. It's weird because I knew that Goku was going to master this. I mean, regardless of, you know, the DLC for like Xenoverse 2 and stuff like that, which already gave it away and how it was going to look, I knew Goku was going to master this at some point. I didn't know that it was going to be just him at the last minute trying to do it, especially for this episode. I was hoping that he was going to master it like a quarter or half a way through the episode. That way we could get more of a look at Mastered Ultra Instinct, because I think this is going to be sort of like a situation how it was when Goku first turned Super Saiyan against Frieza, whereas he just kind of overwhelmed him, and then Frieza was like, well, let me push my body to 100%, and then they kind of matched a little bit, and then Frieza's just couldn't keep up with the power of Super Saiyan. That's what I think's going to happen with this. Now, a lot of people are saying that Jiren and Goku are going to end up knocking each other off, or they're going to end up in some type of tie. And due to the fact that Frieza hasn't been seen for like 3 fucking episodes, we know he's knocked out somewhere, even though pretty much half of the entire stage has been completely obliterated thanks to Goku and Jiren's powers, and Goku making that little mini universe, that was actually pretty cool. The whole scene where Whis is doing his speech and talking about how Goku achieved Mastered Ultra Instinct, it was just freaking amazing. Beerus, you're gonna have to watch out now, buddy. You're gonna have to watch out now. Goku's serious. He's on the prowl. So yeah, I mean, we had a we had a form that's finally been fully realized, even to the point where Vegeta himself had felt it, and he said, hey, if you looked in this entire tournament, Saiyans have been pushing themselves over the limits. Not just Universe 7, but Universe 6 as well. Kappa, Khalifa, Kale, they've all pushed themselves over their limits. Gohan, it's a Saiyan thing. It's a Saiyan trait, so don't count out Goku yet. But Vegeta's little sort of battle cry or encouragement to Goku was just absolutely amazing. Vegeta never ceases to amaze me. He's such a good character, such great character development since Dragon Ball Z. But the point I was trying to make with Super Saiyan Goku and Frieza before was that I think it's going to be that sort of situation, rather than just sort of like make a tie and then Universe 7 wins by default because Frieza's corpse is still lying there. Not really corpse, he's already dead, but you know exactly what I mean. That would be interesting if they do that. That way Goku still has something to kind of shoot for, because I don't know where the Dragon Ball series is going to go from here, considering that Jiren is the strongest mortal, unless they come up with some sort of, I don't know, some sort of god that's stronger than the rest of the gods and who's stronger than Jiren somehow. I don't know, because Jiren is literally the strongest. He is the final barrier in the Dragon Ball series that's canon, not including Xenoverse, Super Dragon Ball Heroes, or any of that shit. Just like fully canon, Dragon Ball FighterZ, not including any of that shit, just like fully canon, that is literally the strongest opponent Goku has ever faced, ever, in the entire series. So for him to actually be able to beat this guy, who knows what else there will be to shoot for, except for him to fight Beerus again, which would be pretty awesome to see Beerus try to go up against a fully realized Ultra Instinct. Even though Beerus in the manga can do Ultra Instinct as well, but he never mastered it. So I don't know. That'll be very interesting to see. I thought the scene was great. I like Whis' little speech. I like Goku closing his eyes. There was a good bit of reused animation in this episode. That's fine. I had no problem with it. The blending of the music, the speech from Vegeta, the disapproval faces of Universe 11. God, I love seeing Universe 11 get so surprised at every little thing. They always underestimate Goku, and he just comes back and just fucking delivers, man. I love it, and I just love seeing Belmont just like, oh my god, it's fucking Saiyan, he's so annoying. It's great. It's great for me. Seeing Toppo in the stands and Vegeta in the stands, it felt a little weird considering how all the fighting that they did throughout the entire Tournament of Power. But you know, it's good to still have those characters there, getting some dialogue in, saying, "Ooh, look what's coming up next! Look what Goku's gonna do next!" It's great. It's great. I like seeing that. Yeah. So from there, not much else to talk about. Goku's power is just completely overwhelming. Oh man, when Jiren tries to attack him before he goes into his master form, and he just like grabs the power orb and he just goes, just completely destroys this. Shit's so cool. Just like that with one hand, and Jiren gets hit like multiple times. It's great. Just not that I hate Jiren's character, but I just love seeing him get the shit beat out of him. It's just so satisfying knowing that somebody that powerful, who's a little cocky, like he's not a bad guy, he's actually a good guy, but for someone who is a little cocky about his power to get sort of taken down a notch or two. So yeah, I just don't like when people underestimate other people's abilities, and I like seeing that fully realized here in Dragon Ball Super. So I thought it was good. I thought it was a great episode, possibly one of the best. Not in terms of the fighting, but in terms of the dialogue, the reaction from the characters. This one had a little bit more personality, and that's what I love about Dragon Ball Z. You get the episodes that are just pure fighting, pure action, which is really good, but then you have some of the other episodes which is just a lot of personality. And that's what I always thought Dragon Ball Z had over Dragon Ball Super, was that it had a little bit more personality. But Super has been nailing it as far as like the comedy and certain other aspects of Dragon Ball Z that they didn't go to all that much. So yeah, anyway, I thought it was a really good episode. If you haven't checked it out yet, check it out. And I'm sorry for any spoilers that I may have put in here. Yeah, so that's it for Dragon Ball Super. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. For people who have watched stuff on my channel before, I was going to release my top 10 best and worst movies of the year. As you can see, it's already March. I haven't released it yet. It's mostly because I changed my mind on it. I know. Most of the films that I picked are, as far as like best movies, were like freaking Wonder Woman, Spider-Man: Homecoming, Disney's Pixar Coco, which I thought was the best film of last year. That's, you know, like personally my opinion. Most of the stuff that's going to the Oscars tonight, I honestly didn't see, or I kind of glanced over. Did see Dunkirk. I thought Dunkirk was really good. So I did have like a whole top 10 list and honorable mentions going on, but it will take way too long to edit. As well as I didn't see a lot of bad movies last year, so I only had like 5 movies on the list for my worst movies. So I would have felt a little bad just like kind of copping out on this list. So I apologize. So this year I'm going to try to be more on the ball for 2018. Fingers crossed. It's already March, and Black Panther already came out. I already talked about that. So I don't know if I might end up making a short video on my favorite movies of last year, best and worst movies of last year. But if I don't, that's why. I've just been too busy, and last year I didn't see as many movies as I should have. So I apologize for that. So probably not going to get a list out this year. Hopefully going into next year we might get one. Alright? But yeah, that's it. That's all I want to talk about. Thank you guys for watching once again, and I'll catch you later.